Come all ye bold Canadians, I'd have you lend an ear concerning a fine ditty that would make your courage cheer, concerning an engagement that we had at Sandwich Town, the courage of those Yankee boys.
The first permanent settlements were established by Samuel de Champlain, a French explorer, in what are now Nova Scotia and Quebec provinces on the sites of Quebec City and Montreal early in the 11th century. From the outset, the French colonies on the seaboard and along the St. Lawrence were bitter rivals of the English colonies to the south. The French regime was doomed to yield ultimately to the growing strength of the New England colonists and the sea and the land power of Britain. In 1758, Wolfe captured Louisbourg, the French stronghold, and a year later, the citadel of Quebec. By the Peace of Paris, Canada was ceded to Britain. During and immediately after the American Revolution War, large number of Royalists fled from Union northward into what is now New Brunswick and Ontario, and under the name of United Empire Loyalists, played an important part in the creation of these provinces. In 1791, the new provinces of Upper and Lower Canada were created. The population swelled by waves of migration from Great Britain and USA, and by the time of Confederation, there were 1 million people in Lower Canada, largely French-speaking, and 1.5 million in Upper Canada, predominantly British. Meantime, an effort to establish an agricultural colony on the Red River had been made by Lord Selkirk. Winnipeg was founded in 1812 and a colony was established. In 1866, 2 colonies on the Pacific side were united to form British Columbia. Confederation of Upper and Lower Canada, now Ontario and Quebec, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, was accomplished by the British North America Act, which came into force on July 1, 1867. Manitoba was created in 1870 and British Columbia joined the Union in 1871. The Canadian Pacific Railway was completed in 1885. Prince Edward Island came into Federation in 1873. The new provinces of Saskatchewan and Alberta were formed out of the Northwest Territories in 1905.
I's the boy that builds the boat, and I's the boy that sails her, and I's the boy that catches the fish and brings them home to Liza. Hip your partner, Sally T-Bow, hip your partner.
A change of economic factors for the better in about 1895 made it possible to throw open vast region of fertile soil on the prairies for settlement and the discovery of gold and other metals. The exploitation of forests for lumber and paper, the development of fisheries and tourist attractions, and heavy investment of foreign capital in industrial plants gradually transformed Canada from a simple extraction economy to one of the important manufacturing and trading nations of the world. The predominant racial stocks of Canada were British, 47.2%, and French, 30.8% in 1951.
Come all ye bold Canadians, I'd have you lend an ear concerning a fine ditty that would make your courage cheer, concerning an...
Nearly all French Canadians were descendants of the few boat loads of immigrants from Normandy and other departments of northwest France who were settled in New France and Acadia by the French government in the 18th century. The British stock is partly descended from the United Empire Loyalists who moved north into Canada from the USA during and after the Revolutionary War, but largely the result of direct immigration which had been heavy since towards the end of the 19th century. The open door policy which began in the 1890s enriched the Canadian racial mosaic with a wide variety of European stocks. The Canadian Constitution was modeled on that of Britain. Queen Elizabeth II of United Kingdom was also the Queen of Canada. She was represented in Canada by her personal viceroy, the Governor General, who acted as Chief of State in Canada. There was a Prime Minister of Canadian Dominion and there were premiers in each of the provincial governments. Today, Justin Trudeau is the 23rd Prime Minister of Canada since 2015 and the leader of the Liberal Party since 2013.
We travelled all that night and a part of the next day with a determination to conquer or to die.